Perhaps you were surprised Democratic Senator Michael Bennet won re-election by 12 points. So was he. We talked today.
I thought it would be somewhere around 8. And I think what I'm so gratified by is in order to get that margin, you know, it's amazing the difference between counties like El Paso County and Douglas County. I mean, I came much closer. I didn't win those counties, but I lost them by, 7 or 8 points, not by 20 points. And I find that really gratifying.
There's something that both Democrats and Republicans are asking right now, which is what is happening in Colorado right now politically? What do you think?
I think it's still a purple state. I think that we still have the biggest block of voters in this state are unaffiliated, and they're the key to an election, to a general election. So I think we're still purple, but I do think this state is rejecting the chaos that Donald Trump represented, and that's why those margins were one of the reasons why those margins were so big.
If you serve out the rest of the term you were just elected to, you become Colorado's longest serving senator since people rode horses to work. Have you given thought to what the tail end of a Senate career looks like? Certainly you've watched some of your colleagues grow quite old and honestly infirm in the job.
Yeah, I do not want to find myself in that position, but I'm lucky. I'm 57 years old. When I went to this job, I was 44 years old. I was the youngest senator in the place. I'm obviously not that anymore, but I do think, Kyle, this is a moment when our system is being tested in very fundamental ways. And I feel very lucky to have spent a life outside of politics before I was in politics to bring that perspective to the work. And now I have, the experience of working in this broken institution. I think that's going to be useful to figuring out how we can fix it and move the country forward.
You've said that if President Joe Biden wants to run for another term, that's his choice, and you would support him if he does. If he decides that that is not what he wants and he's not going to run again, do you want to be in the presidential conversation again? And do you think that Governor Jared Polis should be in the conversation?
I would say that both of us could be in that conversation again, because I think Colorado is such an interesting state politically for the country. And Jared Polis, in my view, has done an incredible job as governor, and he ran a great race for re-election. I feel like I've done a good job, and I feel like we ran a really good race. So it'd be interesting to see what that discussion looks like.
Senator Bennet, thanks for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you, Kyle.
You can see my full conversation with Senator Bennet on the next YouTube page. We talk about whether surprising wins for Democrats will actually break through the dysfunction in Washington, and Bennett's explanation on whether he's shifted to the left while he's been in the Senate.